In the heart of Alamo, in the central stretch of West Tennessee's Cotton Belt, our family scratched out a living as sharecroppers. Fields stretched like endless white seas under a hot sun. The town got its name from the Battle of the Alamo in Texas, honoring Davy Crockett and the Tennesseans who died there. Renamed from Cageville in 1871, when Crockett County was created, the law saying the county seat should carry the name of that heroic location. I was the youngest of 8, one of 4 brothers and 3 sisters. Life tested our family early and often. By the time I could remember, shadows of loss already hung over us. 2 of my older brothers had died before I could know them. One from rheumatic fever at 6, the other at 11 when his horse fell on him, crushing his leg. Without modern medicine, he died from a blood clot caused by the injuries. I never met them, but Mama's stories by the stove made them alive. The little one chasing fireflies, the older one riding wild ponies like a tiny hero. Their absence was always felt, and Mama carried her grief quietly, turning it into love we could hold on to. By the time I came along, the 3 oldest siblings had moved out, starting their own lives and families. That left just me, my older brother Carrie, and older sister Kay, living in the old farmhouse that creaked like an old man's bones. We caught the big yellow bus to school with paper sacks holding the lunches Mama packed with her loving hands. Sacks saved and reused until holes appeared, dreams tucked in with cornbread and beans. I'd wake in the dead of a cold winter's night, throat dry like a cotton field in the summer sun, and stumble to the kitchen where the water bucket sat open. More than once, the tin dipper froze solid, a quiet reminder of our simple life in the cold southern nights. "Hold on, Donnie," Daddy would say from his bed. We huddled by the stove as he coaxed flames from kindling, waiting for water to thaw. Kay rubbing her eyes, Carrie already stirring. Those old farmhouse walls were thin, letting in the winter's bite. Our only heat came from a potbelly stove in the living room. Mama's hands, calloused from picking cotton and sewing scraps, made quilts, layers of old flour sacks and worn overalls stitched with love. Those quilts kept us warm against the frost that crept through the cracks. I remember one winter night during a blizzard when my half-size bed, pushed under the bedroom window, got dusted with fine white snow. I was warm under the layers of blankets and quilts Mama had piled on me that night. My half-size bed was in the same room as my brother Carrie's full-size bed. Our closet was tiny, barely holding the few shirts and pants we owned. We each had 2 pairs of shoes, sturdy ones for school and work, and a polished go-to-meeting pair for Sundays. Life was hard, from early mornings in the fields to dinners of cornbread and greens, but Mama's quilts and stories kept us warm. Her stories would sometimes wander to the brothers, even as her voice cracked with quiet grief. A few hundred feet from the back door was the outhouse, a splintered seat over a pit that smelled of earth and endurance. No running water. Daddy had built a well with a simple pulley to bring up cold water in a bucket. He upgraded the rope to a metal chain after losing 1 bucket. "Ain't no sense tempting fate twice," he'd say. Carrie and I watched, while Kay helped Mama with chores. In spring and summer, we opened all the doors and windows to catch a breeze. A single screen door let in air and sunlight. In the living room, a 1930s fan spun slowly while Kay and I played on the floor, giggling as Carrie chased the drafts, pretending to fight them off. Years later, Carrie brought home a window fan, pulling cool air through the house like a blessing. Kay smiling like it was Christmas, and I quietly thanked God that we had made it, the quiet nights guided by Mama's love and care for her children. Looking back, those days were full of hard work and small joys. The frozen mornings, trips to the well, quilts dusted with snow when winter storms blew through the cracks. Carrie brushed me off, Kay shivered, and we missed the brothers we never met but knew through Mama's stories. They taught me the quiet strength of family. Daddy's steady hands on the pulley, Mama's needles stitching hope into quilts, Carrie's protective nudges, and Kay's soft songs chasing away the dark. We were poor, tied to the land, but in that creaking farmhouse on the edge of Alamo, we were rich in the only way that mattered. Love that warmed us deeper than any stove, and a peace no illness or accident could take away.